I don't know what's gonna happen
All
anyway.
right, all right, all right. Welcome in H-Time. You are now tuned in to The Solid Grip, coming to you live at 5, no time for jive. Hey, man, y'all stay right there. We about to get into what we get into in this here show, The Solid Grip. You dig? Check it out right after this here. All right, y'all, welcome in. I'm your host, J.R. Wilson, alongside me, Ping Wilson, and we coming to you live at 5, no time for jive, bringing you some of that hot sizzling stuff that we talk about here on The Solid Grip, based out of the city of H-Town, Texas, baby. Pop, how you doing over there?
Oh, doing great, Rich.
That's good, man. You're looking all bundled up, man, and your district champ. Um, pullover over there, man. But yeah, man. First of all, man, I just, I hope everything gets straight over there here in the city of Houston when it comes to the Houston Texans organization with Deshaun Watson and JJ Watt. I hope they make the decisions that are best for those two individuals and best for this team to move forward. We talked about some things yesterday. If you guys didn't get an opportunity to watch the show, I would encourage you to do so. But before you do any of that, like, subscribe, comment, and share this link with your people, with your partners, with your families. Understand this show is the flavor for your wings, the barbecue sauce for your ribs, and the sugar for your Kool-Aid, not your tank. Don't get it twisted or misconstrued. But it's a problem in the city of Houston. Yes, with James Harden, because it looked like he didn't checked out. Yes, with the Houston Texans, okay? And yes, with the Astros. The Astros haven't made any significant moves, and spring training is right around the corner. It'll be here before you know it. So we signed a pitcher, believe in the Tampa Bay Rays, but no one knows who he is, okay? We need some real firepower in here, pitcher. But that ain't what we came here to talk about today. We came here to talk about the NFL, and we came here to talk about high school football today, okay? Again, I hope this thing gets squared away with Deshaun. I don't know how we even got where we are right now, but I don't like it. And I just hope the best. And I'm expecting the worst. So we'll be talking about that in the upcoming weeks, sprinkling that in here and there. So, anyways, Pop, let's get straight off into this thing, man. High school football is still underway, the playoffs. I'm gonna let you take the wheel right here. I know that there's one team that got upset. Shout out to my boy. I won't say your name on here. One of my colleagues, man, at UPS. He always in my ear talking about North Shore this and North Shore that. He graduated from North Shore 50,000 years ago, and he's still repping them hard like it's some type of college, and he in a fraternity or something like that. But nevertheless, North Shore is one of those prestigious schools in the Houston metropolitan area that has a big name for itself. And I remember talking to him last week, Pop, and he was telling me, hey man, this week we play Austin Westlake. I ain't worried about them though. After them, we got South Lake Carroll, and we're gonna take care of business right there. I mean, he just knew that's what was gonna happen. You know what I'm saying? Especially when they took out Tompkins. And I think a lot of people felt like that they might have some real trouble with their quarterback that I believe is going to Alabama. And you can correct me if I'm wrong.
No,
But
correct.
what we know about is an upset, Pop, and I'll let you take the wheel from here.
Yeah, Rich, it was a battle of two giants, Austin and Westlake. If you guys not familiar with that school, Drew Brees went there. Nick Foles went there. Sam Ellinger, the present quarterback at the University of Texas. As a matter of fact, the last game of his career, Sam Ellinger was sacked by Casey Chason, the big linebacker for the Jacksonville Jaguars,
From
and stuff,
Hightower.
to end the
No, no, not
game.
Hightower.
And won the championship in 2015. Okay, so let's fast forward to today. Okay, Austin Westlake comes in undefeated. North Shore comes in undefeated. Okay, and basically the game was a kind of a toss up in the beginning of the game, and then North Shore made a mistake of pass interception. Uh, Westlake drove it, scored. No, actually, they scored a field goal. They came back and they got another a fumble, drove it, touchdown, 10-0. Okay.
Right.
North Shore comes back and make it 10-7. Okay. I guess K got in there and really put some foots and some rear ends, and North Shore came out. And not only did they went ahead. Okay. They actually went ahead. I think it was 21-17 with about 3 minutes left to go in the game. And North Shore's top cornerback had gotten hurt just before the half. And the Austin Westlake quarterback attacked him, threw a long bomb to one of his receivers. They scored to go ahead 24-21. Uh, North Shore got the ball back with about a minute left to go, but couldn't do anything. As a matter of fact, it was 4th and 19, Rich, okay? And North Shore quarterback Demetrius Davis, who's headed to Auburn, threw a pass to Chadwick Woods, who's on his way to A&M. And Chadwick got 18 yards and, I mean, 3/4. I mean, this close to being the first down. But, hey,
Oh,
they
man.
say the ball, it's a matter of inches. And so
It's a
North
game of inches.
So you got to tip your hat to them, though. Over the last 3 years, they got a couple of championships, a 45-3 record. And so, hey, trust me, they'll bounce back. In
Right.
the other game, Katy just destroyed Hayes 63-7. So they'll be playing in the Division II championship next weekend in Jerry's Dome, okay? And, of course, the local team right here, when I say local team, Crosby, you can throw a rock to Crosby High School from here, in a thrilling. I mean, if you haven't seen this game, guys, get Texas Live and go look at it. 62-61 in overtime, okay? Reggie Branch had 119 yards rushing and 4 touchdowns. And the reason I keep mentioning Reggie is because, he played for me a couple of years ago. As a matter of fact, I was looking at some stats. He was my starting quarterback a couple of years ago as a sophomore. So they'll be going on, and they play next Friday at noon. It'll be on Fox Sports Southwest at noon against Lido. And Lido is one of those teams like Austin Westlake and like South Lake Carroll. They in the championship every year or every other year. By the way, in the 6A Division I championship, it'll be a battle of father and son, okay? Austin Westlake, who is coached by Todd Dodge, who many of you may know him. Todd Dodge played at Port Arthur Jefferson, and he had a great receiver named Duhan, okay? And so now he's the head coach at Austin Westlake, and his son is the head coach at South Lake Carroll. South Lake Carroll beat Duncanville. If you guys remember the last 2 years, that's the team that North Shore has beaten in the finals. So should be a great weekend in Jerry's world. I hate to see just only 2 teams going from this area, Katy and Crosby, but we'll be keeping our eyes on both of those teams.
Yeah, most definitely, man. Congratulations to the teams that even got into the playoffs. I know this is a huge upset for North Shore High School and all the North Shore alumni. Because you guys, act like they're Florida State or something. I don't know what the craziness about North Shore, man. But they made it. You know what I'm saying? And they always in it every year, man. So congratulations, they made it there. I know they fought hard. Congratulations to the teams that have advanced and they'll continue to go forward, man. So yeah, man, that's crazy, man. I wasn't expecting North Shore to get kicked out the way that they did. But hey, man, it's a lot of talent out here. I don't care how many people you get to move, to the area so they can go to that high school. It's a lot of talent. Houston is the 4th largest city in America. Not only that, it's the 2nd largest city as far as landmass is concerned.
Right.
So when you're talking about the metropolitan area of Houston, I think we're number 1 actually as far as the population is concerned. I mean, number 2, right behind New York City. So yeah. All right, man. Let's get off into it, man. Today, we've already had games played. We've had the Buccaneers. The Buccaneers about to play right now, but the Rams and the Seahawks and the Colts and the Bills. Now, here's the thing, Pop. I believe that the Bills were gonna beat the Colts.
Right.
Not only did they beat them, man, they beat them in they knocked the socks off of them. I know the Colts came back there in the last few minutes, but a lot of that was trash time. Um, Josh Allen, man, has made a quantum leap from who he was. We've talked about this guy, man. He's out there
Wow.
looking like he wants that trophy. He wants that ring. He wants to bring back Bills Mafia. Let me tell you something. This is big for the city of Houston. You know why? If y'all don't know this, you should know this. But there's a guy out of Cashmere High School. Uh, Matter of fact, did he go to Cashmere? He went to Smiley. I think he went to Cashmere. But anyways, and he also went to U of H, who's the defensive tackle for the Buffalo Bills right now. And he's a big thing for the city. And there's another guy, there's a center that's from Katy. The center that's for the Bills is from Katy. As a matter of fact, I deliver to his grandparents. They live in a what do you call those? Like assisted living places over there in my route in Katy. And man, they got his picture all over the doors. Bills Mafia stuff all over the place. Every time I see the grandma and grandpa come out, they wearing their Bills Mafia apparel, and it's exciting for them to see this, man. And so but they got the dub, man, and they going forward. And look out, man. The Bills look like a real live contender, man. I mean, they look like they are really, really pop. They're gonna take the show over, man, and they really gonna come out here and make some noise that I don't think people are really paying attention to. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I totally agree with you, man. I mean, they are for real. I mean, if you thought that last year was an anomaly, it wasn't. Okay, they are really for real. And the guy you're talking about is Ed Oliver. Okay, the great
Right.
defensive tackle from the University of Houston. But yeah, there's no doubt. I think you'll see the Bills at least get to the NFL. I mean, the AFC Finals and stuff, and then anything can happen from there. But yeah, they did take care of the coach today. And wow, Rich, what has happened to namesake, man? What is? I mean, the Seattle Hawks, man. I mean, I just I don't get it, man. I really
You
don't
know
get it.
what, Pop?
What's your feeling?
Here's the thing. First of all, the Rams have been this Dr. Jekyll, Mrs. Hyde team all season long. You don't know what team is going to
I
show
agree.
up. You don't know if the same Rams team that went to the Super Bowl a couple years back and lost against Tom Brady is going to show up, or you don't know if a team in the Rams that lost to the worst team in the league in the New York Jets is going to show up. But what's worse than that
Right.
is, Pop, the defense of the Seattle Seahawks is horrible. Okay, so think about it
Okay.
like this. Think about the Houston Texans, right? And our defense was
Mm-hmm.
worse than the Seahawks. But think about a team like the Houston Texans that has a really, really talented quarterback. But the Seahawks have a little bit better offense than we do. And they go in there and they
Mm-hmm.
playing teams trying to compete. It's difficult, man, because the thing about playing defense is, as well as you know, is that when you playing good defense and you get those 3-and-outs and you cause those turnovers and you get those interceptions, fumble for recoveries, right? What you do is you put the ball in your playmakers' hands more. If Russell Wilson
Right.
had the ball in his hand more, one thing him and Deshaun Watson had in common in the regular season is they had some of the least amount of actual passes that were attempted because of the defense being so bad, man. You know what I'm saying? And that's what you see here, man, because
Right.
the first half of the game, John Wolford was the quarterback. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying he was lighting up the scoreboard, but one of the things that's hindered Russell Wilson over the last half of the season is him throwing a whole lot of interceptions, man. And he threw a pick six early on, man, and that really kind of put a dent. And they're not a team that's built to get up out of those holes that they dig, man. And I heard a wise man once tell me, "How do you get out of a hole?" And he said, "You stop digging." So that's my take on them, Pop. I don't know. I don't know what you see, man. I don't know what's going on with the Seahawks, man, but they took a horrible loss today, 30-20, man. They will not advance to the NFC divisional round.
Right, Rich, and it's like I say, man, they got off to such a great start, man, and Russell Wilson was looking like he was going to be the MVP of the league and stuff, man, and they just fell apart, man. I mean, they just kind of fell apart, and it's kind of sad, man, because namesake is getting long in the tooth, man, and you would have thought, hey, man, this guy'd have at least 3 Super Bowl rings by now, and I guess it
Right.
takes you back to that fretful day, man, and when they was playing New England Patriots when all they had to do was hand the ball off to beast mode, man. Game over, man. And they
Yeah.
threw a pass, man. I still wonder about that, Rich. You know what I'm saying? I
Yeah,
still wonder
yeah,
about that. But anyway, they lost, and we do have another game tonight, Rich. And so, uh,
yeah.
let's run that one down real quick.
The Buccaneers and the Washington football team plays. Now, here's the thing, man. Everybody is kind of love struck over the Washington football team right now. Their young rookie defensive end, Chase Young, leading that defense, man, to a couple of victories this year. But Alex Smith is not playing. Okay.
Right,
They
right.
cut Dwayne Haskins. I don't even know who the third string quarterback is playing tonight. Um, I mean, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
All I know is he played with us for a little bit, Taylor Heineke. Okay, and he wasn't really
Okay.
good, man. And this took them all the way out of contention to win this game. Tom Brady's gonna come out slinging the rock. Him and AB look like they getting on the same page. They looking real dangerous right now, especially that last game they played. AB and Tom
Right.
Brady was looking real dangerous. You know what I'm saying? And actually opened up some lanes for the Gronk, man. So I see Patriots winning this one, man, probably outright by a couple touchdowns, Pop.
Yeah, I do too, man. I think Chase Young gonna do his thing and maybe get to Brady one or two times, but that ain't putting points on the board. That's just getting sacks. Okay,
Right.
I do not see the Washington football team scoring no more than 10 points max, and so I know Brady gonna put up at least 4 touchdowns, and so yeah, I agree with you. I see the Tampa Bay Bucks winning this one by at least a couple touchdowns.
All right, Pop. Ravens and the Titans, man. Who you taking in the game tomorrow? That's the first game tomorrow at noon.
Man, this to me is a toss up, man. I mean, I know that Lamar Jackson seems to be back on his game, but I don't think that the Ravens are. I mean, the Titans are gonna give them an opportunity to possess that ball. I think they're gonna feed that ball to the big boy man, and he gonna have over 200 yards rushing. And I look for them to beat the Ravens 17-14.
Here's the thing, Pop. Both teams got the same problem. If they can't stop the run, whoever can't stop the run first is in trouble. That's how it's gonna
Right,
go. Because the Titans are gonna feed Derrick Henry the football, but the Ravens are gonna feed Lamar Jackson the football. And if the Titans can't stop that run, they're gonna have some real problems on their hand because he got one of his tight
right,
ends back. You know what I'm saying? Lamar Jackson. And so he can get real lethal when he got that tight end and he running that ball the way he
yeah.
want to. I mean, that offense is
You're right.
lethal. You know what I'm saying? It ain't nothing you want to mess with. But man, that Derrick Henry guy, man, you know who he remind me of? Ironically, he reminds me of Eddie George, man. Big, tall, big
Okay,
back, man, kind of run straight up. You know what I'm saying?
good analogy.
Uh,
Yeah, right.
yeah, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, because I think Eddie George was like 6'4, 250. He was a big back, man. You know
Right,
what I mean?
right,
And
right.
Derrick Henry, man, he just, especially on the zone, when they run the zone run, man, and
Oh,
he get that
absolutely.
ball, man, and cut one way. I don't, when you look at a big dude like that, you don't think he can move like that. But man, when he get to the second level, if you ain't got no speedster, first of all, if you in front of him, they moving out the way. I ain't never seen nobody square him up and hit him. You know what I'm saying? And if somebody
Right.
has, I've missed it, and there ain't been too many of them. You know what I mean? So, um, I don't know, Pop. I'm having a hard time making a decision on this one. But because I ain't got no love for the Titans winning the AFC South and beating us in that last game right there, I'm going for the Ravens all day, man. All right. I think the Ravens win by a field goal. All right. Tomorrow at
All
noon.
right. Okay.
So the second game that's played, man, is the Bears and the Saints. Pop, who you taking in this one?
I don't think it'll be much of a game, Rich. I mean, and hey, man, what has happened to the big defensive end, man? I mean, at one
To my
time he
Jordan.
was considered. Yes, man. I mean, he was a can't miss Hall of Famer, and he was right there with the defensive tackle for the Rams as the best young defensive lineman, edge rusher, uh, sack man in the game and stuff. And man, I don't even know if he had double sacks this year. I mean, double figure sacks this year, man. So Yeah, the Saints will win this one by at least 10 points.
I think what happened to him is the same thing that happened to JJ, man. Most of the time when you have a really good pass rusher, you need somebody on that other end that is gonna
Right,
cause disruption, man, so that you not always doubled and triple team. When you always doubled and triple team, I don't care how good you are, man. Them cats on the other side of you, man, they 6'6", 6'7", 360, 375 pounds, man. You put two of them cats on you, man, that's science. You know what I'm saying?
right.
The science behind that is you ain't going nowhere. JJ Watt got stood up
I got
all
you.
season, man. You know what I'm saying? And the thing about those kind of players, they not using the tight end to chip. They getting the tackle and the guard, and they going to work. And when you got that happening, man, it's difficult. And the thing about Aaron Donald is he has that ball on the other side with the African last name who's disruptive. He don't get a whole lot of
Right,
sacks, but he causes
right.
problems for offensive linemen, and that allows Aaron Donald to get free. That's why I think, okay, spoiler alert for my mind, that Jadeveon Clowney is going to be a free agent, and he got hurt. Now he didn't get big hurt, but man, if I'm Nick Casario, I'm going to get this cat. Bring him back,
I
man.
hear you. Man.
Bring him back, because what
I
you
hear you.
need is, if you're gonna keep Watt here, you need something that's going to help anchor that defensive line. And Clowney might not be no sack master, but because he's so disruptive, he allows the JJ Watts of the world to get loose. So, you know what, man? I'm gonna take the Bears in this game, and I know this might sound crazy, but their defense is legit, man. Their defense is legit, and I don't know if Drew Brees has been back long enough to get acclimated. He still looks a little rusty, man, and so we'll see. But I'm gonna take the Bears in this one, Pop. All right,
Okay.
man. The game of the week, man. The game that everybody wants to see, that I know I will not miss, man. All right, Pittsburgh and Cleveland. All right, Pop. Honestly, man, who you taking in this game?
Well, I'll stick with my heart, man. I think we'll ratchet it up. I mean, TJ will be back. Ben will be back. All those guys that sit out last week will be back, and so you know, I think it'll be a good football game. Though I think winning in Cleveland, although we had 9 starters missing and stuff, gave them some confidence and stuff. But I think the Steelers will take care of business tomorrow and win by a touchdown.
Are y'all letting people in the building over there to watch the game?
Just family,
Just family?
just the players, wives and kids. Yeah, that's it.
Okay. I would, if y'all was letting people in the game, because I know Pittsburgh they were one of the teams that wasn't doing that this year,
Right,
often or
right.
whatever, then it would have been different. But I'm gonna take Pittsburgh in this game, man. I like what Cleveland's done. I think everybody's happy for them. You know what I'm saying? I think maybe the Steelers slightly
Right.
even might be a little happy for them, because they just been down for so long. Not only that, them being good makes y'all's division tough. You know what I'm saying? And
Absolutely.
it puts a different
Absolutely.
kind of pedigree on teams that in that division. You know what I'm saying? Even the Bengals, who subsequently beat y'all and beat the Texans. You know what I'm saying? So,
Yep. Yep.
um,
Right. Right.
yeah, the Browns will lose this one, man. Big Ben ain't finna lose to the Browns in Pittsburgh. It's not happening. I'm taking Pittsburgh all day long. Now I ain't gonna say Pittsburgh gonna blow them out the water. But yeah, man. And also I want to say this. I'm gonna call this. Definitely think TJ Watt is gonna get defensive player of the year. I don't see anybody else close. TJ Watt had 15, I think 15 and a half sacks this season, head and shoulders above the rest. And that's to get that reward, you got to be a sack master, and he is that, man. And I just hope
Right.
that because I know Bud Dupree got hurt. I don't know what he hurt, but I know he's a free agent in the offseason. So I don't know if
He
y'all gonna
tore his
huh?
ACL. I think
He tore
I
his
think they'll
ACL.
franchise tag him and see how he plays next year. And I think if he has a good year, they'll sign him. If not, they'll let him walk.
Yeah, because one of the reasons, again, like I said earlier, one of the reasons why TJ Watt had 15 and a half sacks this season is because you got a guy named Bud Dupree coming on the other side and causing problems
Right.
himself, right, for the offensive line. And so
Right.
when you have that, man, it frees. TJ got doubled a lot, but you have to account for him and to it. You know what I'm saying? You got to account for to it. And when you had the other boy in there when he's blitzing, you know what I'm saying? Because y'all defensive coordinator likes to blitz. And so
Love it.
yeah, man. Yeah. And I just hope that, you know, I know Bud Dupree won't be back probably to mid-season next year, but hopefully there's somebody on the other side that can step up, man, and allow TJ to still get free when y'all start the season and when y'all play during the playoffs, man. You know what I'm saying? So but yeah, Pop, man, look, that's all I got for the playoffs until next week, man. Right now, the Buccaneers are playing. It's 3-0. We're gonna see what they're gonna do. Taylor Heineke is 1 for 2 for 5 yards. You know what I'm saying? What a game he's having. So, Pop, man, if you got anything you want to leave us with, man, before we get on up out of here, go on and do so.
No, man. I guess it's still back to this virus, man. I know in the African American community that a lot of people are afraid of this, of taking the vaccine and stuff, and I can understand. But I spoke with a Christian friend of mine today, man. He works at the VA. He said, "Man, I took it, man, and I don't have no after effects of anything." So, pray about it, guys. I mean, if you don't feel comfortable with it, my prayer is that anyone who takes it, that the serum be drawn from Emmanuel's veins. And so, if you don't know what that means, is that Emmanuel is Jesus Christ, and that if it's drawn from his veins, it has healing virtue in it. So, again, if you're not comfortable with it, then certainly I do understand.
Yeah. I'm definitely one of those ones that are on the side of uncomfortable with putting something that has not been tested for very long in my system. I don't knock nobody who does. Everybody got their own decision to make about it. I'm gonna be careful. I'm gonna stay masked up. I'm gonna stay washing my hands. I'm gonna stay with social distancing, and try to stay in when I can. Go out when I need to. And so I think that's a recipe for staying safe. And hopefully these things do work out. The vaccines do work out so that but I don't even get an influenza shot. You know what I mean? I've never gotten that. The idea of you putting the flu inside of my body just don't sit well with me. You know what I mean? So but yeah, man, y'all be careful out there, man. Stay masked up, man. Really. I mean, really, man. We trying to cap this thing. I'm one that believes personally that this thing won't be capped until the United States of America does what it has to do, just like the United Kingdom did, just like United Emirates did, just like New Zealand did, just like Australia did. You got to shut this thing completely down for a minimum of 10 days. You got to shut it all the way down. And I mean all the way. You know what I'm saying? If you don't shut it all the way down, and the only thing that stay open is really emergency places like the hospital and police stations and the fire department, things of that nature. If you don't shut it all the way down, you're gonna have major problems on your hands. You're gonna have major problems on your hands. And we're gonna be dealing with this for a while. And I don't see it happening because we got the vaccine now, but we don't know how well it's working. It ain't battle tested. You know what I'm saying? So, but yeah, man, for me, J.R. Wilson, for my father, Ping Wilson, man, we are the Solid Grip. Y'all stick with us, man. Keep rolling with us. We're going to keep growing as y'all help us to grow, man. And y'all stick with us, man. Until next time, Saturday at 5 o'clock, y'all tune in. Oh, there's one thing I wanted to show y'all before I get up out of here. I meant to do it last time, but if anyone's watching, y'all go get this book right here. It's called While I Wait by Samantha Drake. You know what I'm saying? Wonderful read, very encouraging. Put this in your ear or put it in your eyes, either one of the two. But again, let me put it up here. It's called While I Wait, written by Samantha A. Drake. Y'all can get that on Amazon for $9.99, and it'll be at your house with the Swift kick. All right. So we up out of here. Grace and peace to all y'all, man. Y'all take care. We'll see you next week.